Hello, my name is Shallow and welcome back. We're in the town of Iowan, here in the wad of Flauresyn, which I'm just now realizing all the proper nouns in this setting are fictional as far as I can tell. I hope I'm pronouncing those right. You've very helpfully spawned me in facing, or with all the enemies facing away from me. So even though this is pretty crowded here, yeah, you've given me a lot to work with, actually. Oh, okay, alright, I guess we're starting. There are some sneaky specters. Maybe we'll take those out first, that seems like a good bet. Right? I think so. Oh, and I hear some fairies already, too, that's great. Okay, we're out of ammo on the chain gun already. There's some more peppercorns. No, it's fingernails, isn't it? The chain gun shoots fingernails, the shotgun shoots peppercorns. Ooh, we've got plenty of both to go around. Lots of polyps. Some life masses. Good. Whoop. Goodbye, fairies. There is a sort of Celtic folklore vibe to this, isn't there? Whoop. I would love to know how that happened with fairies. I bet Disney had something to do with it. Making them these, like, cutesy, magical creatures. Whoop. If you go back to, like, where fairies originate from, they are, not that. Whoop. The same is true for most folklore creatures, I suppose. Kobolds always amuse me. Those have been completely changed by decades of fantasy fiction. I want to say it's Dungeons and Dragons that started making kobolds little lizard creatures. In Japan, kobolds are little dog guys, and that's because of... Oh, I can't remember the name of it. It's a fantasy series that's really big in Japan, but never really got popular in the US. The US had Dungeons and Dragons instead, and they both had different creatures that they called kobolds, so that's what they are now. But I grew up in Germany, and kobolds are just like... I guess they're pretty close to, like, fae in Celtic mythology. They're just like little trickster goblin guys. Not all that different from like gnomes or dwarves or whatever. It's all the same thing, but when you gamify mythology, I guess you've got to put stat blocks to all these different things and really solidify the differences between them, when really it's kind of fluid and ever-changing. Hey, this map is kind of dope. This is the first one that explicitly references the town from the little lore snippet, right? What's it called? Iowan Death Town? Yeah. So we are for sure in the town. I was sort of wondering the previous maps if they were, in fact, literal physical locations, or if this was more of a metaphorical thing. Whoop. Or if perhaps we had left the town and the rest of the world was a sort of abstract nightmare situation. But it looks like now that we are literally in the town, this is just what the world looks like. Which is kind of cool. I love that about these sort of dark fantasy settings. You can't rely on a whole lot of stuff you know about our real world, because everything's so alien. They might tell you there's a town, but you know what counts as a town in a world like this? I don't know. The whole place operates by rules that I do not fully understand, so let's not take anything for granted, really. Whoop. Yes, we got some infighting going. Oh, I love those host body enemies. They're so good. They got a real Silent Hill vibe to them with the worm coming out of the head. Ah, oh, it's so great. Oh boy, that. Oh, hang on. Whew. That scared me. I jumped. That poor little, what was it, an imp? A shotgunner? I'm not sure. Whatever it was. Oh! This happened again. Yeah, they're imps. Yeah, maybe don't sneak up on me like that when I've got the super shotgun out. That's on you. I love this pepper grinder gun. It's so good. I keep thinking of American McGee's Alice series, specifically with this gun, I think. Doesn't she have a... It doesn't shoot fingernails. I think it shoots teeth in that series. No, it's just a regular pepper grinder. It shoots pepper, but teeth are the currency, I think. It's been forever since I've played that game. I should pick that up again. I have two modes. I get really into science fiction and then really into sort of dark fantasy stuff. It's been a while since I've really dug into that. It's been a couple years of a lot of sci-fi for me. I never really got into sort of swords and sorcery, knights and wizards and stuff. I don't know. Could never really get into that, but you throw something like Berserk at me and I'm there. It's got to have a weird nightmarish twist to it, and then I'm interested. King Arthur, don't care. King Arthur fights Cthulhu? Oh yeah. Yeah, now we're talking. Whoa. What was that weird, they made that Dante's Inferno game, what, back in 2005 or something? That's like really sexual. That's pretty dope. Not Devil May Cry. That's different. That's a different thing. Oh, hello. What's this? Oh, is this the fountain from the story? Oh, is it? I don't know. It did something. All right, let's go find out what that did, I guess. The sound design is great. All the breathing is really got my anxiety up in a fun way. There's a certain amount of, I guess that's why we like horror movies and stuff, right? Nobody likes being scared and anxious and worried and, you know, all those negative emotions, but you experience them in a controlled way and all of a sudden it's fun. It's the roller coaster thing, right? If you were in a situation like a roller coaster that was not a roller coaster, you would not be having a good time, but because you've done it on purpose and it's controlled. What is this? Stuffing sack. All right, is that a backpack? Maybe. More fountains. Cool. I like this map. The first map had a lot of browns and grays. The second map was all red. This one's got a cool mixture. The synthesis of all the previous ones. Is this what we opened up? This wasn't here before. Cool. It's got a little bit of a Legacy of Rust look to it, doesn't it? Like the starting area. I don't know, something about the Hell's cities in Legacy of Rust. Kind of reminds me of this. All rusty and bloody. The red sky for sure. Yeah. Oh, okay. I thought I could sneak in there real quick and get some close range shots off. That thing had other plans for me. There we go. All the enemy sounds, it's the hospital in Silent Hill, isn't it? Where you can just hear the nurses dragging their feet over the rusty floors and gasping for breath and gagging all over the place. That's kind of what it's reminding me of. Oh, yeah. Oh, that Hell Knight was having none of that. I was kind of thinking that the enemies, they all sort of look alike. I mean, they have their own unique thing going on, but at a glance, it's a little hard to tell what's what. Which usually I'm not a big fan of in Doom. I like to know what I'm dealing with. I've done some monster packs before, because I like having unique monsters to go with my wads. And one of the hardest things I struggle with is making sure all the zombie variants are distinguishable from one another at a glance. But I think in this it's okay. I think the forum post for the monster pack actually mentions that is intentional to kind of up the sense of danger for the player. An enemy comes around the corner and you don't know what it's going to throw at you, which is a fair stance to take on that, I suppose. And it's one of those things where if you're doing a total conversion, if you're already getting that far away from Doom, you're already playing by your own rules, so go ahead and mix things up. Thank you. Ooh, the Gertie Blade. Oh, hey, it's you again. It's like the first time I can actually walk right up to you. Oh, you have a sword. You got a big black sword. I didn't even notice that before. It's like the best look I've gotten at you so far. Okay, I can't saw you. Sorry. Neat. So you've got like armor on? Huh. Okay. I mean, you're not hostile to me. So I assume you're not here to fuck up the town, but, like, you're not helping either. What's your deal? That feels like a very Dark Souls interaction, just like a mysterious stranger judging you from a distance. What's that all about? On the total conversion front, I say this a lot with other Doom WODs I've played. I think people underestimate the amount of, let me save real quick here. People underestimate the amount of work that goes into taking a Doom WOD and making it a standalone thing. There's a lot that goes into replacing all the sprites and textures and sounds and the palette, the fonts. There's a lot. It's not usually as simple as people make it out to be when they say, hey, this should just be a standalone release. The kind of impressive thing about Flauresyn is that work is already done. You like started with the hard stuff. You've got textures, sounds, music, sprites. Oh. This comes bundled with a slightly older version of Eminfair. Newer versions actually have a unique font. So all the hard stuff's out of the way, actually. Hmm? Oh, no. You know, not that making all the maps is easy, but that certainly is a lot of work as well. But it is the fun part, I think. It's why you see a lot of these projects. Splice is always my go-to example, because it's such a clean-cut comparison. Splice started out as a Doom WOD, making maps and stuff, and 7 years later, they replaced all the resources and launched it as a standalone game. The maps are the fun part. It's what everybody wants to work on. It's why you have so many total conversions that can never be standalone releases, because people make a lot of maps and don't have the time or patience or just don't want to, you know, replace all the other stuff. But if you replace all the other stuff first, you've got a great foundation to build off of. Now, whether the author of Flauresyn has plans or a desire to do that is an entirely separate thing. I don't know. But it is interesting to see somebody take the opposite approach from what you typically see. Interesting that all these enemies over there are still asleep. That is deliberate. Because as soon as I opened fire, everything over here came at me, but... yeah, there's like a whole second fight in this area. Alright, let's see if I can lead you away one by one. Cool, we got a little bit of infighting going on. What's in here? Health! Perfect, I'll take it. Just what I need. Okay, I've attracted the attention of some big enemies, so... I guess we'll get started. Ooh, although if I lead them over here, I won't wake up the other enemies over there. Great. Cool. That works for me. What is that? Hang on. Is that my own head on a table? Ooh, it's like a little house. Oh, this is so weird. This is... ah. Oh. Yeah, that does appear to be Aba's head. Creepy. There's something so weird about these surreal landscapes and then just a recognizable humanoid dwelling plopped down in the middle of it. It's a very strange feeling, whatever the opposite of a liminal space is. Just a really familiar, cozy area amidst all this other stuff. Strange. All right. Trying to kind of scope this out before I really get everybody mad at me, and it looks like a lot of hit scanners. Alright, let's get started. Ooh! Can my aim be any worse? I mean, probably. Let's not tempt the fates. Let me get a good look at you. Oh, weird. It's like a... It's almost like a quadrupedal version of the Mancubus replacement with the thick limbs. Does it have... It's got like little vestigial legs hanging off the back, too. A little bit like the, whoop. A little bit like those fused twin things that replace the pinkies. What the fuck are those? What the fuck? Okay, okay. No! No, 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 no. Stop, stop. I don't like it. Ooh, I don't like it. What the fuck? What enemy is that? That's like a whole new enemy. Hang on. Oh, jeez. Oh. I'm caught somewhere between horrified at the nightmarish entities you've thrown at me and super impressed by the Doom modding work you've done. I thought this was a dehacked thing. There must be some MBF21 stuff going on. Maybe I didn't read the post thoroughly, which I have a habit of doing. That's my fault. But I was not expecting whole new enemy types. Ooh. That moment hits much harder with you holding them back until the third map as well. I don't know if that was intentional, if you intended for the player to have a moment like that, but I think it's cool that you did. That's everything, huh? Maybe they must replace the Spider Mastermind. Because we didn't run into that. What is this? What is this house where we've ended the map? There's a secret that I didn't find. I kind of want to find it, because I did find the other secrets. I'm not seeing anything immediately obvious on the map, but I do want to run around and see if I can look for it. I don't want to finish without finding it. Let me see if I can find it. Oh! Oh! Thank you. Alright. I hit you with a Gertie blade, and I didn't think to just interact with you normally. I apologize. Thank you. Is this where you live? Is this your house? Look at this. There's little chicken coops or pig pens outside. This is very bizarre, having these sort of rural houses in the middle of this... I've said this already. A weird nightmare world that still has these little hints of recognizable civilization. I find that fascinating. It's I think part of what I enjoy about settings like this is how, I mean, of course, how alien it is its own appeal. But the implication that this is entirely ordinary to some of the people living in this world is fascinating to me. Which way am I going here? I'm going the wrong way. Oh, look. Wait, don't follow me. I love the text that appears on the map when you pick the map up. That's great. Town Iowan. I don't think that says anything, that's just shapes. It's Sada's house. That must be who that armored figure is. Perhaps. What do we got there? Plurb? Matt? Oh, there's little credits hidden in here. Neat. Cool. And a big old love up at the top. Nice. I like that. Yeah, I like the idea that in this completely alien world, ordinary people are still living their lives in a way that doesn't feel alien to them. You know, this is just the world they live in. To the viewer, it's entirely bizarre, but to the people of this world, it's just their everyday lives, which is really neat. I like that. I don't know. It gives me a weird, comfortable feeling. You know when you look up at the night sky and you feel really small in your world? It's like the opposite of that. This is looking down at a petri dish full of viruses and realizing one of them is just like a little guy like you. It feels comfortable. Comfortable or comforting? One of the two. Maybe both. Can't decide. Here we go, this is where I want to be. So what is this? Is this house labeled? No, this doesn't have a label on the map. Alright, well, let's get out of here. Let's see if we got an ending text screen or something. Finished. Oh, yeah, we got the old Doom background, though, and just a regular old The End. Okay, fair enough. You did all your writing ahead of time in a separate thing. Ooh. All right. Any scholars in the culture and language of this fictional setting, feel free to translate. Neat. Man, I liked that a lot. That was great. I can't imagine the amount of work that went into that. Like I said, I've been looking for something to play with Eminfair for a long time because I really dig this sort of art style that it's got going on. I'm sorry, I somehow overlooked that you had actually made maps for it yourself. Brilliant. Wonderful. I'm glad I finally got around to checking it out. And I will, yeah, if you make more of this, I am there. Link is in the description where you can check this out for yourself. There is a separate standalone weapon replacer and a separate standalone monster replacer. If you want to plug these into any other Doom WAD you'd like to try them out with, that's totally an option. The maps come bundled with a version of the weapon replacer and the monster replacer, so that's a single package that works great. And if you do decide to play with those, try it out on Nugget Doom. I know I'm guilty of doing GZ Doom a little too often, but hey, sue me, I like it. But still, sometimes it's good to step out of your comfort zone, and frankly, some things just run better in other source ports. This is definitely one of them. I, before recording, was testing this out in GZ Doom. It works. Doesn't work as well. I think it looks better in Nugget. It was developed deliberately for Nugget, so try it in Nugget. Nugget's a cool port. I don't play with Nugget enough. I should play with Nugget more. Hey, I'll see you again real soon. Thanks for joining me. Until next time, you take it easy.